Good morning and welcome to Heart Mooresville, your small town radio show with a big heart. I'm your host, Christine Patterson, bringing you all the exciting Mooresville events and happenings. And please welcome my guest co-hosts, Mr. Sean Owens and Miss Alyssa Anderson.
Hey.
Thanks for joining us.
How are you?
These are the experience and engagement team members that make all the magic happen in Mooresville, all those great events that everyone loves to attend, the concerts, the festivals. They make it happen. And we have a special guest in the studio, back for the second time, Mr. Shellem Klein.
Yes, ma'am.
Country music.
Yes, ma'am. I like that.
Musician, right?
Yes, ma'am, for sure.
I feel like I got a little twang in my voice when I talk about it.
There you go. I like it.
We're so excited to talk to you today. We have wanted to have you back because you're doing so much and it's so exciting. Some of the upcoming opportunities that people have to come and hear you. So we're going to get into all of that. But before we do, we like to keep our listeners informed with In the News. All right, so Mooresville Arts, if you haven't been to Mooresville Arts, it's in the Depot on Main Street in Mooresville. They have a location there. They have exhibits all the time. Well, they just announced winners and have curated the exhibit for their winter show, their 13th annual Wintered Jury Exhibition. So this year's exhibit attracted 146 submissions from 80 artists.
That's awesome.
I know. I love that we have this art community in Mooresville.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it's performing arts or, art, I love that we have so much participation in that because I think it is really this community in Mooresville that we're seeing grow. And I love that we have supported it in this way. So out of the 146 entries, 66 pieces of artwork were chosen, created by the 62 artists for the exhibition. Now, this year's juror was Marissa Pascucci? I'm going to, again, defer to you.
I think that is Pascucci, yeah.
Pascucci? Okay, I'm getting these Italian names right, and I'm so proud of myself. So she is the gallery and collection coordinator at Davidson College, and so she served as this year's juror for Mooresville Arts for their juried show. Accepted artwork for the winter juried exhibit included paintings, drawings, photography, pottery, glass, mixed media. So you're going to see a little bit of everything. And because I'm a fan. Yeah. I love mixed media.
I want to be a juror.
Painting. I know, right?
I never get selected for
jury.
No.
Oh,
different jury. Yeah.
Have you made contributions in the art community?
No.
Okay.
Zero.
Maybe that might be why.
That
could be why.
Straight to my sister. Yeah.
I love it. But no, so you're going to see a little bit of everything in this exhibit. And I think they always do a good job of that. It's on display in Mooresville Arts Center and Skylight Galleries. Again, Mooresville Arts is located downtown on Main Street in the Old Depot. Most of the artwork is for sale. The art sales directly benefit the local artist and Mooresville Arts, which is a nonprofit organization. And then in addition to Maria choosing the pieces that would be displayed in the exhibition, she also selected 3 award winners. Now, there were 5 pieces that were jurors' choice, additional chosen. So I do want to say that. But the top 3 I would like to talk about, and I want to show. We're actually going to show them on the screen. So if you're tuning in on Facebook, you can actually see those live. So the first place winner was Winter in Blowing Rock, North Carolina, and it's an oil painting, and that is that's the title of the painting, Winter in Blowing Rock, and it was by Noah Farmer, and he's from Matthews, so he's from our region. Beautiful painting. Love the gray hues of the painting that he did. But yeah, beautiful. First place. So congratulations, Noah Farmer. And then the second place winner was Sinking Sleep. That's the title. And it was paper mache. Ooh. I love that. Sinking Sleep. Again, if you're on Facebook, you'll be able to see. You can live stream there. It's just a beautiful paper mache image. And that was done by Tina Vincent of Charlotte. And so she was the second place winner. And the third place winner was Davidson. The title of the painting was Davidson Lake Campus Gate to create. And it was acrylic painting by Mary Jo Gunning from Mooresville. Beautiful painting. It might be a landmark that you recognize in Davidson. But beautiful. The colors are extraordinary that she used in that. I love acrylic paintings. That's typically what I go for if it's a painting. So great job and congratulations to the top 3 winners. And as I mentioned, there were 5 Jurors' Choice pieces, and you can look at those, of course, in the gallery as well. They'll be on display through February 26th. The gallery will be there. Mooresville Arts is located at 103 West Center Avenue in Mooresville, and they're open Tuesday through Saturday, 12 to 4 p.m. You can always find out more at mooresvillearts.org. Another story I want to talk about is America 250. We've been trying to keep people informed.
It's here. Yep.
That's right. We are in the America 250 year, 2026.
I saw at the Super Bowl they had patches on their uniforms with the America 250 on it.
Nice. Yeah, I think we're all going to kind of see that represented throughout this year, paying tribute to our 250th birthday here in America. Of course, the Declaration of Independence was signed 250 years ago as of July 4th of this year. And so there are several celebrations at the local, the state, the national level of kind of how we're celebrating this milestone in our history. There is a website that people can go to.
Yeah, IredellNC250.com, and we just added the February newsletter on there, so you'll find that under in the news section, and a lot of great information, and also how you can get involved with the committee.
Awesome. Yeah. And as Sean said, there is a committee for Iredell County. Mm-hmm. So there are 100 counties in North Carolina. Each county has a America 250 committee, and they're implementing this programming throughout their kind of events in the year. And so you'll see ways that you can get involved and ways that you can come out and take part in the celebration in each, city that you live in or town that you live in. And so you can find that information on the website. A couple other events for America 250 that I wanted to point out. So one of the things that Iredell County is doing is publishing a new Iredell County Heritage book. Yeah. And the publisher has agreed to extend the deadline for articles to February 20th. So if you wanted to, write your history, whether it's your family history or your local church or school, business, club, any history in Iredell County, you have until February 20th to do that.
Yeah, only a couple of days.
Yeah. So a couple more days, get it in there if you want to be a part of that. You can also go by the library in Statesville or the Mooresville Library and go to local history areas for assistance if you need assistance with that. But you can submit the articles through the iredell.lib.nc.us website, the library website, or you can call them at 704-878-3090, extension 8801. Also, February is Black History Month, and the library has several programs scheduled throughout the month, including an event on Tuesday, February 24th, so coming up at 6 p.m., where the local history department will present a lecture on the beginnings of Black education in Iredell County. The program will focus on early African-American schools and educators in Iredell County and the struggle to obtain school equality. So lots of ways that you can get involved, lots of ways to, get educated. They have plenty of information on the website. Also, we are still doing the bookmark contest, and so you can submit until March 31st. So if you want to design a America 250 bookmark, submit those. Again, at the website, you can go to IredellNC250.com to learn more. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we do, we'll come back with Heart Mooresville here on WSIC News.
Shirt. Somehow I don't think Jesus cares if these pants are clean or if they're pressed. Heard it from a couple words in red. There's bloodstains covering his Sunday best.
And that is Shellem CLINE'S top 40 hit Sunday Best. And we have Shellem Klein in the studio with us today. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing this morning?
Good. Thanks for coming back and joining us, hanging out today.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Looking forward to it. Definitely. I saw it on my schedule and I was like, yes, people that I like. I like it.
Yes, we love that. Well, so much has happened, I feel like, since we talked to you last. And when we had you in the studio last year, you had a #1 hit.
Yes, ma'am.
One for you.
And since that time, we've had overall a total of 14 #1 songs in inspirational and Christian country so far.
Wow.
And it's crazy. Who would have ever thought? We just had this conversation the other day. Who would have ever thought that a little redneck boy from Iredell County, whose dream was just to be able to perform, and now it's happening.
Yeah.
And it's great. Saw Aaron Tippin a couple weeks ago. Got to be with him over in the Hickory area. And, it was just one of those things where you just sat down with folks that you grew up listening to,
Yeah.
and now they're fans of you. He even had a Shellem Klein hat on.
Oh my
and I'm not kidding you. I about took a shouting fit right there. I ain't gonna lie. But, it's cool. It's cool that people are listening to the music and are relating to the things that we're writing and performing.
I love it. Well, you are rocking those Christian country charts. I love it. I love it. And not just that, but you recently won an award at the Grand Ole Opry.
Yes, ma'am. I was actually told that I was up for a couple awards at the Josie Music Awards, which the Josies is the largest independent music company that holds an award show, covers every single genre known to man. And it's not a fan-based, it's actually industry-based. So you have to basically, for lack of better words, prove your worth, to even get looked at. And we won the Artist of the Year at the Josie Music Awards for the Christian Gospel and Inspirational World. The very first Christian country artist to ever win that. It's always been like Christian rock, contemporary, praise and worship, obviously the big dogs.
Yeah.
So we were the first one to actually ever win that. And it was basically winning Entertainer of the Year, at the Country Music Awards. It's basically what that is equivalent to. And it was crazy. When they called my name, I'm not going to lie, I just sat there. Like somebody literally had to punch me and say, "You've got to go get your award." So it was great. But it's crazy. And that in itself has opened up some major doors for us.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're scheduling out, doing all kinds of different events, theaters, whole 9 yards. So
Now,
it's awesome.
what is getting to accept an award, what does that mean for that to happen at the Grand Ole Opry?
Honestly, I can't even explain it. That's the thing. It's just being able to stand there in that circle that everybody that you've ever listened to, all of the legends, folks that you create your mindset after, you follow in their footsteps, and to be able to stand there and get an award that, is just unheard of. And when I walked down, I literally as we were going backstage, I looked at the lady that owned the Josie Music Awards, and I looked at her and said, "Are you sure that you didn't make a mistake?" And, it was just really cool to be able to feel that and be able to feel that energy, if you will, at the Grand Ole Opry that Dolly has witnessed, that Aaron Tippin's witnessed, Brad Paisley, all of these big names that, are my idols, for lack of better words, growing up. And so it was pretty fun. It was awesome. I'm not going to lie. It's my favorite award I've won so far. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, yeah. And for those that don't know, that circle that Shellem's, referring to is that original flooring from the Ryman that, they kept when they built the new building for the Grand Ole Opry. And so that flooring is,
There's just something about that circle.
That original theater. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well deserved. Now, for listeners that may not know you yet, or have kind of come across your music, I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of that journey and how you got here.
Okay. Well, I grew up in Troutman, obviously the little town of Troutman here in Iredell County. Grew up there, sang in my family's gospel group. We traveled around North Carolina singing in different churches. My grandfather was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. And so after he basically came off the road, I decided to go as a solo artist, started doing the whole Southern gospel thing, and I've had more people than not tell me, "You're way too country for Southern gospel music." So I started adding into the Christian country world and starting to do that. And next thing you know, it just exploded. Everything just kind of rocked and rolled with it. And now I get to live the dream. And I would have never thought, I've always said that I wanted to sing, but I never realized that I would actually do that job. I actually went to college as for political science and pre-law. Okay, I was going to go be a lawyer, and
Wow.
obviously that changed. I'm still running my mouth for a living, obviously, but still, and so it just kind of worked out, and
Yeah.
it's great. I mean, I absolutely love it, getting to bring Christian country and comedy in every show that we do.
Yeah.
And it's fun just to seeing the smiles on people's faces.
Now, when you were growing up, because I feel like people that have gone into music or art in general, were inspired when they were younger and had, these influences. Who were your musical influences when you were younger?
Across the board, Aaron Tippin, Tracy Lawrence. I pattern anybody that comes to my show. I get this all the time. You are a spitting image of Tracy Lawrence. And and that's who I patterned my show after. So Tracy Lawrence, Brad Paisley, of course, were my big heroes, if you will. Something about 90s country. Granted, I was born in 1988,
Yes.
so 90s country was where I'm at. Yeah,
the best.
Exactly.
year.
And I mean, it's even going back to 90s country across radio stations across the country right now. And so the 90s country is what got me, and I just love it. That's just all I can say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to do like a Christian, like rap country thing. Yeah, no, that did not work. Even my 8-year-old daughter looked at me and said, "Dad, you need to retire if this is your future." And so when your 8-year-old tells you that, it's time just to stick with what you know.
That's hilarious. Now you write your own songs, so
Yes,
you're
ma'am.
a songwriter. You are putting out 2 new albums.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have an event coming up. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but before I just want to share the details. So it's Homecoming, and it's an album release party.
Yes.
CD release party. It's at the Troutman Event Center in Troutman, Saturday, March 7th from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Now, what can people expect from that?
It's all going to be brand new material. Like I said, we've got 2 brand new albums that we're releasing. We've got 10 that are Christian country, and then I've got a 10-song comedy and positive country album called Dad Life. So all kinds of different things about dads. I've even got a song on there called It's Not Gossip, It's Just Prayer with Lots of Details. Okay. So, I mean, it's a lot of fun stuff on that side. And so it's 20 brand new tunes. We're going to be sharing that. Plus, we're going to go back and do a lot of the number 1 hits and everything that we've had as well.
Awesome. Wow, 20 new songs. So what does that process look like for you? Like for your songwriting process? Are you like, you got to have the music first, or are you just...
It really depends. It really depends. I do a lot of writing not only for myself, but other artists, whether it's on the national level or the local level. And so either the artists themselves or my publisher will call me and say, this is who's looking, this is what they're needing. And I'll either have a tune pop up in my head and I'll create words to that, or I'll have a conversation with somebody or see a hook or something, and it's like, oh, we'll write the song and then I'll throw the tune in with it as well. So it really, I don't have a set standard on it, but it just really depends. But I do tell people, if we have a conversation, there's a 90% chance you're going to wind up in a song somewhere. It's going to happen.
I love that.
So yeah,
Like Taylor Swift, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, is there a particular song or a favorite that you have on this out of this album?
On this album, I think my favorite, now Sunday's Best, the one that you guys played earlier,
that's
is
a great song.
one of my favorites. But I think my absolute favorite is a song called Make Jesus Cry. And it's a song that my 8-year-old daughter, we were going down the road coming home from church, and I asked her what she learned about in Sunday school and children's church. And her question to me was, "Daddy, why did those mean people make Jesus cry?" Well, I started digging, and when they went upstairs to play that Sunday afternoon, I sat down and I grabbed my computer and I wrote the song from her mindset of, "Daddy, why did people make Jesus cry?" So it's like my 8-year-old daughter is asking this question. And so I wrote the song from that, and I love it. And who knows, we might, on homecoming night on March 7th, she might make a special appearance. She's told me I'm not allowed to tell anybody, so don't tell her I said that. But there's a chance that she can make a special appearance with that song. So that I'm going to say right now that might change next week, but right now that is my favorite because of the story behind it from her.
Now, is that something like, are your kids involved? Obviously you must enjoy performing live.
Right.
I mean, to get to do it, I think everybody in this, that performs music has to enjoy that to some level. Are your kids like, no, I don't want to go on stage, or are they like into that?
It's weird. When they were both younger, they would love to do it. Now, my 10-year-old has gotten to that stage where she's an athlete. She'd rather sit backstage and just kind of hang out and chill. She don't want to be in front of people. Lena, my 8-year-old, who I also call is my little Dolly Parton, she will put on a pair of sparkly high heels and she's like, Daddy, let's sing. Let's go. So she's my entertainer and she loves it. My 10-year-old, not so much, but my 8-year-old is really getting into it. Yeah. And so we'll see. Maybe one day they'll be my retirement plan.
There you go. Teach them young. Now, what's your favorite part about performing live?
I absolutely love seeing the smiles on people's faces because now I do a lot of big shows and I've got a lot of smaller ones. But if I can connect with a person and just to see them smile or see them shed a tear, then you know you've done your job. And at the end of the day, that's what I want to do. When you come to a Shellem Klein concert, you don't just come to a concert. I want you to come and leave there with an absolute feeling and do something like that.
I love that. Yeah. All right. We're talking with Shellem Klein, Christian country musician. He's local right here from Iredell County. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back and talk some more.
Somehow I don't think Jesus cares if these pants are clean or if they're pressed. I heard it from a couple words in red. Yeah, I heard it from a couple words in red. There's bloodstains covering your Sunday. No one ever said life was fair. Hardships and hard times, man, I've had my share. But keep on believing there's reason to his rise. At the end of every tunnel, you can find the light. Like a rainstorm.
And that is One For You by Christian country artist Shellem Klein. Now, Shellem's here with us today. We're talking to him. Now, that is a #1 hit that you had last year on the Christian country charts.
It actually is the longest running #1 song in Christian country music. It was #1 for 17 straight weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is that?
It was great.
What does that feel like that your music
It's insane. That's what that is. And you're sitting back and you're like, how? You know, and that honestly, One For You is one of the most requested songs. I would show up at a concert and every time it's One For You. And then there's another song called Pray For Me that also is a #1 song. Those are like, you've got to sing those. And if I've sung it once, I've sung it probably 800 million times, I feel like. But it's, it's an incredible feeling. Wow. Hands down.
Well, if you haven't seen Shellem, you will get the opportunity coming up on March 7th at the Troutman Event Center. Shellem has a concert and CD release party, Homecoming. Troutman, it is located at, let's see, I'm trying to have the address, 1105 North Main Street.
It's 105.
105.
Actually, yeah, it's 105 North Main Street.
105 North Main Street in Troutman. Concert is 6 to 7:30 p.m. Tickets are available at eventbrite.com. You can search Shellem Klein.
Right.
Tell us, I mean, I know you said you got 2 albums coming out. One is kind of a Christian country, and then one is comedy.
Yeah, comedy and
country.
Positive. Yeah, comedy, positive country, family friendly stuff. So the second one is called Dad Life, and so it's all songs about dads. I've got a song on there called Southern Dad's Beach Day. You know, where we as dads we're like, oh yes, we're so excited, we're on vacation, and then we forget when we get there about the $6 frozen lemonade that the kids want. You know, all the beach chairs and all their toys that they never played with on the ocean that we still have to carry out. And it's like, I just want to go one more round in the lazy river. That's all I want to do. You know, and obviously that's not going to happen. So, you know, it's just kind of a fun play on words type of a Southern Dad's Beach Day type of event. Then of course we've got some other comedy things on there. Like It's Not Gossip. It's just prayer with lots of details. You know, just some fun stuff with that, just to kind of give you lighthearted, kind of make you smile a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you, if you want to do some writing sessions with Sean, I'll offer up his time because he's got the dad jokes.
There we go. I love that.
He's like our in-house dad joke
There
guy.
you go.
So
yeah, exactly. And that's, my kids all the time are like, Dad, no, please stop. Please stop. And we do have a song on there that I'm really excited about too called Monday Morning Dad. That is actually about a divorced dad that he is just holding on to every moment he's got with his kids, and basically talks about real life things that dads have to deal with on a daily basis. And so it's going from that emotional tearjerker to the comedy side on that album. It's got everything in between.
Yeah. And then on the Christian country album, what does that kind of song list look like?
So all of that is like songs like Sunday's Best, Make Jesus Cry, obviously. We've got a lot of different, just kind of good hometown Christian country material. Fast, I actually got one that I wrote because my mom told me when I was a teenager in high school, if I didn't straighten up, the Lord was going to make me come into heaven through the back door. He'll leave the light on for me because he was not going to let me come through the pearly gates down Main Street and because the way I was acting. And so I wrote a song called Lord, Leave the Porch Light On, so it's just kind of fun stuff with that. But every one of them has a good meaning and good message behind it.
Yeah. I love that. And you've been doing this for a while, and
Yes,
obviously, you've had tremendous success, and you're getting recognized, and there are a lot of songwriters and musicians that I think don't kind of know how to move forward. So, what advice would you give to them?
There's going to be a lot of people tell you can't do it. I have been told more than 50 times that I just need to go get a real job and not do this. And so just keep fighting. Don't let somebody change you. Be you. Do what you can and what you feel like you're called to do. They call it a niche, in Nashville. Find your niche and work it. And when everybody else says no, for every 100 no's, there's at least one yes. Right. And when you hit, you're going to be able to go back and say, hey, look at me. I'm not going to lie, I've got to do that a couple times. It's really exciting. But my thing is, I've lived by this phrase, it's a sin to do less than your best. So give it everything you've got, even when people tell you no.
That's great advice. Yeah. And I feel like that's probably something that a lot of musicians probably hear along the way of get a real job. And I mean, I think actors, all of that, but yeah, if you're passionate about it, I feel like those are the ones that succeed. And clearly you're having success, and we're so happy for you. And you're one of our own in Iredell County. And do you see that, the community support you?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Actually I found out, we've basically got about maybe 20 tickets left for the homecoming celebration that's left. And it's funny, I'll be down with my mom and dad, and we'll go into Walmart or something, and I'll always have somebody come up to me, hey, I know you, so it's kind of cool, their hometown really supporting you, and that's awesome. It's just great. That's all there is to it. That's all you can really say about it.
And I love the title of the event, Homecoming. It's such a great title. And how do you, you've got these 20 new songs, and obviously you have tons of songs from your prior albums. How do you come up with what that set list is going to be?
I actually change every single show. Not one show that you go to will be the exact same, because if you've got somebody that shows up in a Hickory, North Carolina show, and then they see me 3 months later, I want it to be a complete different experience. I want them to be surprised when they get there. And that's something that I hear all the time is you're never the same. You just never know what you're going to get. And it leaves them wanting more. It leaves you with an excitement. And so everything changes, and it really depends. I create my set list 10 minutes before the show starts.
Really?
When I have my band with me, they cannot stand it because they have all the songs, and literally 10 minutes before, I'll hand my band leader the set list, and he freaks out. And it's probably sad for me to say this, but I love watching him are you kidding me right now? It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But when they are with me, that's what we do, because I want to see, and I've got somebody out in the crowd looking at the crowd. I kind of peek out behind the doors or whatever, just to see what the crowd is like. So that way I can kind of figure out which way I want it. Because again, I don't want every show to be the exact same.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, this is Shellem Kline, his homecoming and CD release party. It's coming up at the Troutman Event Center in Troutman, Saturday, March 7th, 6 to 7:30 p.m. You can get tickets at eventbrite.com. Search Shellem Kline. It sounds like you do have a couple tickets left.
And they also, if they want to call the office can provide that as well. And that number is 615-762-8247.
Okay.
Again, that's 615-762-8247. And just give them a call, and you can actually purchase it over the phone as well.
And are you doing any covers, or do you really stick with that original music?
I might throw in one or two.
Yeah.
We may throw in an old Randy Travis tune or an old Aaron Tippin tune. Can't give too much away. Got to make them think about it.
Yeah.
But we do for events like this. I'll bring out something that is a crowd, I guess you say a crowd pleaser, where they can actually sing along with it. And like I said, I've got some things planned for this year. I mean, it's America's 250th birthday.
Right.
We have to celebrate that. Right. So I can guarantee you that there is something that's going to take place in this concert that has never took place at a Shellem Klein concert before.
That's exciting.
I am sworn to secrecy. All right. I'm sworn to secrecy. So you'll have to get a ticket to come out with it.
We'll keep your secret.
Exactly.
Yeah. We won't tell anyone.
We'll cover the mics, not tell anybody what's happening.
We won't tell anyone at all.
But yeah, it's going to be, this event is going to be amazing. I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we're so excited. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to keep talking with Shellem Klein.
And today just might be the day that God's got one for you. When you cast a line, but the fish just ain't biting. When you're seeking something you got no chance of finding, there's a silver lining to every cloud. So bow your head and pray out loud. Here to the love I've got for you. You see, darling, you're my sugar babe. You help me.
And that's Shellem Klein. He is in the studio with us today talking about all things music. He's got a new Christian country album coming out and a country comedy album coming out.
That's right.
So exciting. He is going to be playing all his new songs. Maybe not all the new songs, but the new songs.
The new songs, yeah.
That's right. At the Homecoming and CD release party on March 7th, 6 to 7:30 at the Troutman Event Center at 105 North Main Street, Troutman. You can still get those tickets at eventbrite.com. There's some left, but they're going to go fast. This will be a sellout show, so make sure to get those tickets. Now, if people want to listen to your music, where do they go?
Well, we're all over the streaming platforms, Spotify, YouTube. You can, of course, search Shellem Klein Music on there and follow all that. When everything new is released, it'll come straight to you as well if you're following that or subscribing, like on the YouTube channel. So, yeah, I mean, every single distribution streaming platform we're on. So that's I've got a great team behind me in Nashville that does all that. And so, yeah, it's pretty
awesome.
Pretty exciting.
You guys have a website.
Yes, ma'am. ShellemKlein.com. Now, I'll spell it because I get this all the time. How do you spell that, right? It's SHELL, E as in Edward, M as in Mary, Klein, CLINE, like Patsy Cline, ShellemKlein.com. We've got some brand new merchandise. We've actually have for our comedy, one of the comedy songs called I Love You More Than Ice Cream. I actually have t-shirts that says I love my wife more than ice cream, and then one says I love my husband more than ice cream. So you'll have to go check those out. Yeah. Brand new Shellem Klein hats, whole 9 yards that you can get on the website there.
Oh, I love that. Now, you also have social handles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, really trying to push those three right now. And it's Shellem Klein Music. So again, SHELLEM as in Mary, Klein Music. So make sure that you go follow that. That way it looks like I have friends. That's kind of what we're after here.
Now, where did the name Shellem come from?
All right, so my dad's middle name is Shellem, and my grandfather, who passed away when I was 6 years old, his middle name was Shellem as well. And so I was supposed to be a Dylan. That was what my dad wanted. Well, when my mom had me, she said she wanted a cheeseburger. So he went to go get a cheeseburger, and while he was gone, she brought the nurse in and did the birth certificate. So when my dad got back, I was Shellem, and there was nothing he could do about it. And so it was hilarious. So I ask him all the time, I'm like, Dad, did you ever like call me Dylan when I was a kid? He looked at me and he was like, no, because every time I did, your mom would yell at me. So it was, yeah. So I was a Shellem whether he wanted it or not. So it's,
I love that name.
It's a great name.
Yeah, it really is a great name.
Yeah, they they tell me all the time, they're like, it's like shelling peas. You just got to shell them. You know, that's what you do to peas. So
Gotta shell them.
it's
I like it.
It's a marketing tool, I guess. I don't know.
Well, no, Shellem, thank you so much for joining us today, for stopping by the studio and talking with us. We're so excited for you. Congratulations on your award. Congratulations on all the success you're having. And we're so excited about the homecoming concert on March 7th. Again, those tickets, eventbrite.com, search Shellem Klein. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's great being here.
All right. Well, lots of other events going on too. I'm telling you, Iredell County, busy.
It's popping.
It's popping in Iredell County. Lots of things to do always. So many organizations that host some great event and engagement opportunities. Of course, the Experience and Engagement team is in the middle of their Our Town Stage entertainment series.
Yeah.
And we have some upcoming shows, the March and April show. Shelley Ruffin, The Sounds of Memphis. Super excited about this show. We have actually, this is one that we wanted to bring for a couple years now. And Shelley Ruffin is, born and raised in Memphis.
Mhm.
She, grew up listening to, all those Memphis sounds. I mean, and not just like Elvis and some of the ones, but Bonnie Raitt. And
Yeah.
I mean, all that sound that, comes
I think
out
there's
of
like
Memphis.
there is
Yeah.
like a specific
Yeah.
sound that comes out of the town.
Yeah, and she captures that so great, and so we're really looking forward to her coming. And tickets, of course, are on sale for that at mooresvilleevents.com. If that's your thing, you like that type of music, then I think it's going to be a great show for you. Then we also have September coming up
Yes.
for our April show.
Yep, April 24th.
April 24th. So September Earth, Wind, and Fire tribute. This is a fabulous Earth, Wind, and
Yeah,
Fire
they're
tribute show.
great. I know when we were looking at them and we kind of like pre-listened to everybody before we select, and I was like, they sound like the
Yeah.
real deal. Like
Yeah.
they're good.
If you are Earth, Wind, and Fire fans, like this is
You will be dancing.
an experience.
Yeah.
So 2 amazing shows that are coming up that will kind of finish out our series. So if you, again, have not gotten your tickets, get your tickets. All of these shows sell out. This is a sellout series every year. So get those tickets at mooresvilleevents.com. Also, some other opportunities coming up in the area. So our Parks and Recreation Department with the town of Mooresville has stuff going on all the time. It is too much to even talk about the programs that they offer at all of our parks and rec facilities. But their website is mooresvillerecreation.org. You can find a calendar. You can find information about all the upcoming events. 2, I want to shout out are at the end of this month, Winter Walk at Bellingham Park. So this is a new event that our community engagement team put together, and it's kind of that winter walkthrough. Enjoy the lights at Bellingham. I think there's going to be some s'mores.
So yeah, I think they do have a couple surprises.
Yeah, super excited for that. I think it'll be nice. So February 28th, and then also on that day earlier is the Summer Camp Expo.
Yes, that's exciting.
Yes.
You don't realize how much or how many different camps are offered, and it's not just Mooresville. It's like Iredell.
Right.
So they have like sleepaway camps. And I think she even said that there was some like even further into the state, like maybe not even just Iredell, like out of the county as well.
So many that people can take advantage of. And the thing is though that they sell out so quick. So Summer Camp Lottery opened yesterday, and I think it goes for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
That you can register for the lottery, which they're actually doing that different this year.
Yes. Yeah.
Because summer camps sold out so quickly, people would log on at like 6 a.m. and they would be gone in like an hour, and there were no more summer camps. So that is how quickly these fill up. So this year, they've done it a little differently, and it's a lottery system. So you do have a little more time to register. It did open yesterday. It'll be open for a couple weeks, and you can hopefully get your kiddo into one of these amazing camps that's offered. Also, got to shout out the Mooresville Public Library. They also have stuff going on. You can go to mooresvillelibrary.org to see their list of events. I mean, weekly they have, classes. I mean, from bird watching to, book club. I mean, everything at the library. And then Mooresville Downtown Commission hosting Shamrocks and Shenanigans.
Yeah, that's always the highlight, I think, for coming into event season is that like kind of kicks it off.
I feel like it does.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that gate to
Mhm.
open us up into event season, That's March 14th.
Yes.
And it's downtown Mooresville. It's from 3 to 8 p.m. It is a quintessential, like, St. Patrick's Day event. You've got your green beer. You've got your green scarves. If you're, purchase tickets, you've got
step dancers
Yeah.
and stuff like that. They have music.
the bagpipers.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, all the things. So it really is just such a St. Patrick's Day celebration, and always a great turnout. And you can find out information on that at downtownmooresville.com. So definitely stay in the loop because lots and lots happening. You can, of course, find a full lineup of experience and engagement events at mooresvilleevents.com. As we, get closer into those, late spring, early summer, of course, we'll have Rock the Park and, bringing back some of our favorite festivals that are going on. So we're excited to kind of go into event season. Yeah.
It'll be a good one this year.
Lots going on. And we have hopefully an announcement we can make soon with the lineup.
Yeah.
Always trying to make it better.
Yeah.
The team does a great job of
Absolutely.
continuing to offer those opportunities.
Yeah. And we got plenty of March Madness coming up.
Oh, yes.
Baseball
Yeah.
season starting up
Yep.
soon. So yeah, the sports are changing, and we're excited to be outside again.
If you're
There's
looking for
more.
a bracket,
Yeah.
Sean's
Yeah.
got it for you.
There you go.
Yeah. Contact Sean for all your bracket needs. I love it. Well, yeah, we thank you for listening. And again, Shellem, thanks for stopping by the studio.
Thank you so much.
Always great to catch up on everything that's going on. Everyone have a great week. We hope you tune in next week for Heart Mooresville here on WSSE News.
Go round. Yes, I love you more than ice cream. You're the best that's ever been. You're the cornmeal in my cornbread. And darling, you're my best friend. Every day that I see you, baby, my